Jerry McGee, you crazy old fucker, you. I've known you for a long time, over 30 years at least. Anyways, yeah, I just seen the comment that you met. I hate to write all this shit, but I tell you a true story, alright? Okay, there's a true story in Beaver Dam, alright? Now listen to the story. You'll like it. Actually, it might scare you at the end, but it's a true story in Beaver Dam. Okay, there was this guy like you. He goes to a bar, right? He goes to a bar, sees this hot-looking chick, you know. So he goes over and sits by her, you know, and buys her a couple of drinks, and they get to know each other and laughing and stuff, and then they do a little dancing and that, you know, and then comes the bar time, and he says to her, well, you like to come home with me, or should I come home with you? And she's like, sure, I don't mind coming home with you. You seem like a really nice guy. We get along real good. You know, and I like dancing with you. Yeah, you're cute. He's okay, so he takes her home and that, you know. And then later on, you know, they're having a few more drinks and a little more dancing, and they sit to kiss and that, you know. And then later on, he goes, well, is it time that we get to bed? You know, it's getting kind of late. And she says, sure, okay. I trust you. Yeah, you seem like an alright guy, yeah. Alright. So they go to bed and that, and they have sex, whatever. The next day he wakes up and she's gone. He's like, oh, man, another one-night stand, you know? So he gets up and he goes to take a shower. He walks into the bathroom and he sees him writing on the mirror like, oh, cool, lipstick, you know. And she, oh, cool, she left me her phone number. Great, you know. He walks up a little closer, he turns the light on, you know, and he's looking at the writing on the wall, on the mirror, and it says, welcome to the world of AIDS. I tell you, man, every time I tell this story, I want to cry. You know? And that's a true story from Beaver Dam. It was on the news. That's fucked up, man. You know? A great guy, great looking guy. Had a house and truck, boat, whole fucking 9 yards. Now the guy's stuck with AIDS. So be careful. Wrap it up, man. I haven't had sex with a woman for 17 years since I've been at Caravan. And I'm proud of myself, you know. You know me, before I was a virgin. And then I ended up with Lydia, and she was from the Virgin Islands. Yeah, and a year later, you know, I was in Milwaukee, and I hooked up with another Virgin Island chick. I don't know if you met her, but her name was Maria. And she was from the Virgin Islands, same place. And it was from Jean Kukla. She sponsored her, you know, many years before. And she was like 43, and I was 23. Yeah. Maria, Milwaukee. She wasn't too bad. She, yeah, I think, you know, Vernon met her. I think Stephen, Vernon and Robert, and then Stephen, yeah. So, and I think they all met her, you know. And she was cool. She used to bring my mom, you know, big bottle of Mogan David wine, and gallons of it. she was like a head supervisor at some chicken factory in Milwaukee. She had a big house and everything. She had it going on. But then I found out from my sister she was cheating on me, so I don't roll like that. Especially when she used to, she had a lot of money, you know, and she dressed me up, buy me clothes and everything, had me looking good. And she had a hot daughter I really liked. Her name was Zoe, and she was like 19. I wanted to hook up with her daughter, but that didn't work. But anyways, we all got along real good in that. And then she came up to Westfield. That's when I was living in Westfield with my mom, and for a little bit. And over there where Penny lived, my Aunt Penny, in those little apartments. And she used to come up there and she'd bring up like 20 pounds of chicken and 3 or 4 cases of beer and charcoal and lighter fluid, and hang out for the whole weekend. Well, one weekend she came up and she kind of like looking down. See, before she used to run up to me, Jimmy, give me a big hug and kiss. And that one weekend she came up and she wasn't so happy to see me. And I knew, oh boy, here we go. She's guilty. See, she used to take me out to nightclubs and shit. And whenever a hot-looking chick would walk by, she'd grab the inside of my leg. You know how the women are, from the Virgin Islands, they're controlling. And she squeezed her claws into my leg, and she goes, "You don't look at no other woman but me. You here with me. You my man. You understand me? You hear me?" Like, oh, whoa, calm down. Hey, ease up on the grip, Digging her claws right into my leg. Woo. Yeah, don't ever fuck over on Virgin Island chick. Yeah, weird thing is, speaking about that I got an email, or I had Iris. All these years, I had Iris got on Facebook with me, and she's like, "Oh my God!" She asked me for my phone number, and we talked a little bit. And first thing she says, "You heard of Steve Trout? Have you seen Steve Trout?" And I said, "Yeah, I had him on there, but I blocked him because he was looking for a place to live, and he's got fucking sticky fingers, you know him, and he likes to start fights and shit, So, no." I said, "I came on Facebook to find a woman, not a man." He said, "I'm come live with your ass." I'm like, no, you're not. You ain't fucking come living with me. You ain't fucking I have nothing to do with him. He still got my leather jacket that my dad gave me when I was 18 years old, and he still got it. He says, "A good keepsake." Well, you take that fucking jacket and ram up your ass, because that's it. You fucking drew the line. My dad fucking died, and that was the only thing I got from my dad. And I told that to Robert, too. Now, I was sorry about hearing about Robert dying in prison, but I told Robert, I says, "Hey, my dad died, and that was the only thing I ever got from him. A leather jacket. It was a Harley Davidson leather jacket. Fucking Steve Trout put it on. I was living in Portage, and he put it on. He goes, 'Oh, it feels good. Fits me really good.' Yeah." He said, "Yeah, let's go to the store and get some liquor." And then as he's walking down the stairs, he's like, "You know what? I think I'm going to just go home. I'm not feeling good, me, forgetting, hey, this fucker's got my jacket on, I'm not thinking right, and anyways, all right, well, hey, you take care of that, and he's got my fucking jacket on, and not to know that the fucker filled up my fucking pockets with all my shit, and I cut my arm off with a chainsaw, working for that Lawrence Mead, building log cabins. Anyways, he gave me a brass handle hand exerciser to make my hand stronger. It was a really nice, expensive one. It was made out of brass handles, the hand cruncher, He fucking took that. Steve Trout took that, and I believe my hand would have been stronger if I would have kept, working with that. Little by little, I was squeezing it, little by little, I was starting to squeeze it. I was starting to get my hand back, and it would have been a lot stronger if he would have never took that. And that hurt me too, Lawrence bought that for me to get my arm back in strength, make it stronger. I know I could have bought another one, but that ain't the fucking point. I like that brass handle because it made it easier to squeeze, and that would have been perfect for my hand. Because the ones they got, are really hard to squeeze. But the one with the brass handles was kind of easy to squeeze, and that would have been perfect for my hand. But Steve fucking Trout took that too. He took a lot of shit. Filled my fucking pockets up. I can't trust that motherfucker. He's been that way before. When I lived up in Westfield, yeah, he had me spend the night whenever staying at the apartments up there where the Virgin Island chicks were, and there was some other guy and chick living there with red hair, and they were living there right in town in Westfield. Anyways, he said, spend the night, all right. So, the next day, he was taking a shower, and I was looking for a pair of socks. I was looking in his dresser drawer, and I opened up his dresser drawer, and I find all my fucking shit in the dresser drawer. And he had my dad's watch. When my dad died, I got a lot of his things, rings and a couple watches, whatever. In the back of the watch, he engraved everything, his name on everything. He engraved it. Here, Steve took took a screwdriver or something, tried scratching the name out of it, but he couldn't scratch it out deep enough because he had that pencil writer, you know, engraver, and he engraved it in there real good. And Steve tried scratching it out, and I questioned him about that. And Steve got up in my face and said, "What the fuck you doing in my fucking dresser? That's my goddamn watch." You know, and after that, I was like, you know what? We're fucking done. He's lucky I didn't call the cops on him. He said, if I called the cops on him, he'd fucking kill me. He'd beat my ass. I said, you know what? Keep the fucking shit. We're fucking done. Yeah, that's it. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's fucking raining now.
Yeah. Well, just starting?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you'll get a ride back. Are you on your way?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, don't worry. You'll get a ride back.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. It's a friend of mine. I gotta go. Yeah, unload. I got some pallets on top of my truck, and then gonna get this hailstorm, and I want to get them pallets off my truck before they freeze on there. All right, talk to you later, Jerry. Bye.